started, I guess.
We're live.
We're actually live this time. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the awesemo.com live before lock show, where we do production tests as we actually do the show, because how else would you do it, I guess, is the question to ask. I'm Chris Baggs, joined, as always, by the production expert / co-host that I have over there, Mr. Josh Chubster Engelman. Josh, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I can't complain too much. No one would listen even if I did, though. So
here we go. The duality of the internet on full display. A1 Dan CD. We got you. Dope intro. Jeff Giacobbe. Terrible intro. Okay. So there we go. Oh, I'm frozen now, apparently. Okay. I think Spags died. That's good. This is the kind of stuff we're doing.
Look, I'm testing something else out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Well, hopefully my face will work. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We are also supposed to have our boy Shark on in about 7 minutes. I didn't follow up with him to confirm, but I assume, Josh, if you see him, he's on Skype. I presume he'll be good to go. But hey, we'll find out together. Why not?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's talk for a few minutes before we go dial in Shark on Skype. What are we doing? There's 14 games, a lot of stuff. I guess, first of all, any weather concerns at all today?
I don't remember seeing any, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. I haven't looked.
I think it was all green before, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay today, but I figure we might as well set that for our boy Noah Rosen comes in and asks about the weather, our Jewish weather Nana Noah Rosen. I don't even know if he's Jewish. I'm just going to assume. Let me throw that out there early. But it's weather, no weather concerns today. What are we doing for the games? I guess, what are you feeling? There's 14 games, so many different directions. Ownership going to be very spread out. Who jumps out to you as being let's say, the stacks that you feel like you need to have more of?
So right now, stack-wise, I'm really heavy on, I don't know, Nats, Orioles, Red Sox, Twins. These are all the these are just the teams I'm mashing pretty hard. Tigers a little bit. I'm really spread out today. It's like a lot of teams the same amount, and then a bunch of teams like not at all.
So yeah, somebody just mentioned him in the chat, Chadwick Richardson. Dodgers again are my guys, and I like them. I like them especially being potentially 2 to 5% owned. Felix Pena gets rocked by lefties, and obviously there's a lot of lefty power projected in the current Dodgers lineup. We'll see what happens when the official one comes out. I feel like they've been a little undervalued today from what I've seen online and our ownership projections. I also feel like Texas is a little undervalued going against Zimmerman. I know Zimmerman's had a couple of decent starts lately versus kind of mediocre teams, but he grades out super poorly to me. And Texas, obviously, I think is a good hitting team. It's not in Texas, which would be nice if it were, but still a pretty hot day in Detroit. I don't know. How do you feel about those two guys?
I'm pretty much with you. You kind of covered everything that I would have said there. So
that's how good we are on the stream. We're so on the same page that we can complete each other's thoughts. Jeff Giacobbe asking, is Texas super chalky? No, they are not. They are not super chalky. I guess, who do we think right now are going to be the top owned stacks?
I have a quick question. I'm pasting in our updated ownership right now, so I'll be able to give you a little bit more info. Chat, does Chris sound weird to you guys? Is he like crackly, or is that just for me?
Just my puberty coming through, I guess. Finally. Whew.
I had to get there eventually.
It's been a long haul, just waiting for a few hairs on my nards. Let's see.
I don't know. It's like a little crackly for me, so we'll see.
I'm choppy, yeah. Just you a little. Well, to be clear, it's not on my end. It's all our experimentation on Josh's side. No, production experimentation, not the kind that you'll have after a few wine coolers. Let's see. Well, I'm sorry for being crackly. Hopefully I'll be less crackly. Josh, I don't know. He always choppy.
Fair enough.
All right. How about pitching? We have some bad mic issues. Same microphone on my side as always, or same audio thing. I don't know, man. yeah, how about pitching? Lance Lynn expected to be one of the top owned guys on the slate. Also, you have Chris Sale, you have McCullers, you have DeGrom up top. What are you feeling for the pitching approach tonight?
Yeah, so I'm way under the field on Lance Lynn. That 30% nonsense is out of control. So I have a third of that. I do like being I'm pretty heavily on Sale, pretty heavily on DeGrom. I don't know. I'm more like spread out than anything else today. It's a really weird day. I don't feel confident outside of the top, so I'm using everybody else as like a revolving door.
Yeah, I like the guys up top, but boy, I don't even know. I mean, with Sale, who are you even pairing them with? Who are you stacking? Like, it's just, I don't know. It feels like you're really giving yourself dog shit and hoping that Sale is going for 40 points and nobody else does well.
Kind of. Like, honestly, kind of. I mean, somebody's gonna pop, and I don't know who the hell that is. So I'm just using 15 different guys.
Who, I guess, if we were speculating then on the guys who would, I guess, be the best theoretical pivots off of Sale, and I guess DeGrom especially. I think you could say McCullers and Carrasco, and those guys are in a different tier. But who would you feel like then you're getting to try to make up for that or get off of that expensive but very good pitcher?
From what as like SP2?
Yeah, or just like, are you going with Peralta? Are you maybe looking at, I don't know, Faulty Nevich? Where, like, I guess how?
Dude, I have like 20. Like, I have almost all of the pitchers tonight. It's a really weird night. It's basically,
okay.
I've got Sale, DeGrom, McCullers, Carrasco as 100% ownership. And then I have the other 100% spread across basically everybody else. It's a weird night tonight, man.
You're not farming for two cheap guys, though, tonight. Like, you're not going to, like, let's say Sonny Gray and Zimmerman, or just as examples in that price range.
I love Sonny Gray tonight.
I do, too, and that worries me quite a bit.
Why is that?
He's not good. He's not a good pitcher. I mean, look, his swing strike rate is really good. But versus a better team, I think.
I don't know what to think. It's a really weird night today. Like, I can't, for some reason, I just like can't break down what I should do for my SP2. So I have like fucking everybody.
Okay, you should probably dial in Shark now. We'll have him on. We are doing the thing still where if you win a GPP and you contact us via Twitter, send in a screenshot of you in first place along with a request to be on the show to Josh and myself, or Josh, Jake, and me, at Josh Engelman, at Chris Hari, Hari. Yeah, we're trying to get you guys in. There's been more people winning than I think. I mean, not that we would have expected, but then we would have hoped for from a scheduling perspective. So we are going to be parsing people out over the next few weeks, but you did win and you want to be on the show, send in your screenshots. We'll try to get to you as soon as we can. Josh is adding in our boy Shark, who I don't know. We don't want to reveal his pseudonym or his real name.
I think I probably already just did that. I think I just doxed him.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, what if he's Batman? You fucked over Batman.
Maybe.
It's a dick move. I can't see Shark, but Shark, you there? No noise.
Nothing yet.
Check your audio, Shark. Or Josh, check the audio, maybe.
Oh, he didn't. I'm thinking he didn't answer.
Oh, I thought I see a logo there. No?
I added him, and it was like an ID, but it never popped back up.
It's not even letting me join from my desktop. Oh, Shark. That's why sharks don't work computers well. So it's got to fill the time somehow. We try to figure this out. It worked so well the first time.
I don't know what to do now. Should I try it again, you think?
Yeah, try it one more time.
Okay.
Do. The Pretenders elevator hold music, guys. We're going to get to DFS real fast, but we're trying to community build. We're trying to keep you guys engaged with the show and live up to our end of the bargain. And unfortunately, technology makes it difficult. Makes it very difficult.
Try this again.
Shark, you there?
I am from my phone because it's not letting me from my desktop.
There we go. There's our boy Shark. Welcome aboard. Shark, of course, is a regular in the live stream chats, and he is also a tournament winner. So we're having him on to commemorate his victory, and a little round of applause for you, Shark. Thank you for winning and also being a part of the chat. Tell us about your win. What was the night? Who did you have?
I had, from Jake's article, I had Marco Estrada. I believe I had Toronto and Houston bets. And then I forgot my SP1, but it was mostly Jake and his articles.
All right, so there we go. So you took the information straight from the horse's mouth, but you're pretty smart about the stuff. You know, you've kind of learned a little more of the game theory things. What do you feel like? Was there like a moment where you felt like you were getting it better than other nights?
No, just a random Sunday. I think Sunday day, and I just looked at the article, looked what he liked, looked at the ownership. It looked fine, and then everything just fit together.
That'll work.
What do you feel like is the best thing that you've learned so far from playing MLB DFS, or like how many years have you been playing?
This is the first year.
All right. Nice. So what do you feel like is it's a big win for just you playing in your first year. I guess, what do you feel like you've learned so far? I mean, if you're playing in your first year, I assume for me, it's been a lot of information thrown at you very fast. What do you feel like you would tell a new person who started playing now?
If you're starting out, it'd be a good idea to read the articles because, for one, they're free and they're available to everyone. Secondly, it's mostly a lot of stats, and then always get ready to lose first before you win.
True of any walk of life, I would say.
Yeah, for real. That sounds very familiar.
Something else that's really interesting is you can't expect the safest plays in baseball is like more than anything. That the contrarian is usually what wins the big bucks.
Right. I mean, even Mike Trout is currently the best hitter in the world, and he's only getting on base less than half the time. So, I mean, that is a similar approach to even your best possible outcome. You're probably not winning half the time. So, that's a good one. What do you feel like tonight? There's a ton of games. I assume you've done your prep. This is your big moment in the sun. What are you thinking is the approach tonight for you and the slate that we have?
For the most part, I did learn I can't pick hitters, and I'm better off with pitchers. So for now, I fit in McCullers and Godley with Detroit 5-stack and a Detroit, Minnesota mini-stack with a 3.
Okay, so you're going a little bit off the beaten path, but it makes sense. Detroit especially, pretty weak pitcher who I am currently playing in one lineup because that's the kind of man that I am, a strong and courageous one. Do you feel like Detroit is kind of your little secret sauce for tonight?
They just fit because they're cheap. They have a good implied total, and they just fit with everything. And Minnesota is like another one that I don't have like the best part of Minnesota, but they I have 4, 6, 7 from them, and so it's kind of like the cleanup to get some hits and then to get extra bats.
Got it. All right, yeah, that makes sense. You want to make a home run pick before we let you go, because we have to go dig through the rest of these 14 games and actually give advice, I guess. but the home run pick, if you make this one, that's you're famous. You're famous on the stream forever.
It's very true.
I'll take a guy that just came off the injury yesterday and hit a home run, Martin Prado against Gio.
Ooh,
I like it.
I like that. You're going bold.
I like that a lot.
I have a couple of Marlins stacks that I was feeling pretty good about, but I didn't know if that was kind of point chasing after yesterday. It fucking sucked that the Marlins went off because I mentioned it to Jake and I was like, I like the Marlins and I don't, I feel like I probably don't have enough of them. And then what happens? Stupid Marlins are the fucking toast of the town besides Trey Turner, who Josh picked. Just an awful night all around.
Yeah, they never look good on paper, but they just bat. Sometimes they just have it.
I had quite a bit of Marlins yesterday. I'm very happy about that.
Great play. Great play. Well, this is our guy, Shark. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being a part of the community, for being a part of this whole live stream thing that we do for Osmo.com. Any parting words for everyone before you go back and join the common masses again after your moment in the sun?
I have a question quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Are we supposed to be saying it as Shark?
I've heard Shark. It's just like the acronym SHRK. I've heard Shrek. I've heard Shriek.
Okay.
Fair
enough. I just realized I never really knew if that was how I should say it.
No, I mean, it's whatever you want, to be honest. It's, you can call me Pablo by name. It doesn't matter.
Cool, you doxed yourself.
Yeah, I mean, everything's out there. It's nothing to hide.
I like it, man.
All right, there you go. That's our boy Shark, a.k.a. Pablo, a.k.a. Shrek. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for being here. I don't know why I said thanks for having me. That was weird. I'm having myself.
Am I taking over now?
I don't know. I have a cocktail going, so, you know. Friday streams. Best of luck tonight, man. Best of luck.
Thanks, you guys too.
All right, later, Sharks. So that's our boy Shark. Again, if you guys win a tournament, tweet us with it, and we will get you on the show. Tweet me at Chris Fags, tweet at Josh Engelman, tweet at Jake Hari. We will put you in the queue to get on next. And you can give your home run pick. Shark going bold with Martin Prado. I like it. Actually, I do like attacking Gio a little bit with those righties. So that's an interesting pick. Smart guy, that Shark. You want to do home run picks before we dig into the slate too heavy?
We can.
Might as
we
well.
Just finish getting your screen back set up to what it's supposed to be.
Okay. I'll make mine then while Josh does that part of it. I'm making a pick where I hope this guy's going to be in the lineup. It's not confirmed yet, but I assume he will be. I'm going with Max Muncy to hit a home run in the Battle of Los Angeles tonight.
Eat shit.
Why eat shit?
I'm so tired of Max Muncy, man.
Why?
I don't know, because I never have him.
He grades out so well.
He does not for me.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
His power numbers are off the chart. I mean, he's getting on base for 420. Nice, spark it up. He's isolated power of 361, which would be tops, I think, across the board tonight. His hard contact, 48%. And Pena, very bad versus lefties. Very sneaky bad. So I love that Dodger stack. I love Max Muncy. It's a big part of it.
Okay, let me get a home run here. I don't ever have Muncy, so... Well, I don't necessarily have a problem with the home run call. I just never get him when I need him.
That's surprising. I mean, the Dodgers, I think we've talked about this. Maybe he was on a Jake stream. They're always a little under-owned because people don't know the lineup. Lineup comes out late. There's Jake. Jake popping in. Andrew Benintendi for Mr. Jake Hari. Boston attacking Jason Hamill, as Jake likes to do. So there we go. The Baseball Savants pick is in. Now we're just waiting for the guy who actually did pick a home run last night, is now just down one total, one unique home run hitter this year to me, 2 in total home runs if we're doing that, but I think the unique one is probably it. Now all the pressure's on Josh.
This is going to be a great circle back. Give me Aaron Hicks.
Come on.
And when it hits, it's going to be so sweet.
If you missed earlier this week, we had a little tete-a-tete in which Josh advocated for Scott Schebler. I advocated for Aaron Hicks. Aaron Hicks proceeded to disappoint me. He had an okay day, but Schebler had a tremendous day, key part of a Reds win, and a great fantasy day in which he hit a home run as well. So, fuck you is how I feel about it.
Reasonable stance to take, in my opinion.
It's a fair pick. So, hey, picks are in. Joey Gallo scratched, apparently, which is not great because I do have some of him. Who is replacing Joey Gallo in that lineup is a good question.
Is it out yet?
I would hope it will be soon. No, it's not up on this site yet. Who's replacing him, guys? Drop it in the chat because our old pal Spags need to update his lineup. Colliding with a teammate during batting practice. Way to go, you dumbass.
Yeah, just like no new lineup out yet. Cardinals just dropped, but that's about it.
Big, awkward fucking ostrich crashing into his teammate in practice like an idiot. Ugh. Grandal getting a home run in the 5th inning. I like that pick, Marcos. Told Dodgers stack. Anybody who can hit from the left side, attack Felix Pena.
Yeah, we're picking the inning now too. This is hard enough.
People really want to get specific without realizing how difficult this game is.
It's not even easy to pick a guy that hits one in a week.
No, we've proven that firsthand. We do our research, we get prepared, and still tough. All right. Let's see. Lance Lynn or John Gant for DK. I guess we'll take questions. We're probably not going to do a bunch of pick'ems, but I think as a conversation starter, this one works. Lance Lynn or John Gant. Lynn obviously going to be very chalky. Gant's maybe less so. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I guess Lance Lynn, but I don't like it. I just don't really like Gant with any sort of confidence.
I don't mind Gant tonight, especially in that matchup. I think going into a friendly pitcher's park with a team who has had similar non-success versus pitchers who are mediocre. I think I don't mind attacking San Francisco with Gant tonight. Swinging strike rate's not bad, 10.8%, and the Giants striking out above league average, about 23.9. So that would be the case for him. I think he's good as a Lance Lynn pivot, but obviously, there's a reason Lance Lynn's going to be so chalky, and I think on paper, Lynn does look like a better play versus the Orioles. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, I hate Lynn tonight at that 30% number, but I liked him at some number. So, I actually, I would roster Lynn in general. My aversion is simply the public's exposure to him.
Okay, that's fair. And apparently Ryan Rua joins the lineup for Gallo being out, and Ronald Guzman gets bumped up to the 7th slot. If you are playing Rangers, like I am, and now have to fucking do it while we try to talk. Always the best.
I figured out what's causing the audio issues.
What's that?
Anytime I do anything. Which is really weird considering the computer that I'm using.
I'm telling you, streaming really, we've talked about it a couple times on the stream, and I don't mean to complain, but it just fucking sucks. I can never update my lineups. I can never do anything because it's your computer just goes, oh, you're streaming? That's the most important thing. And, it is, but I'd still like to be able to use Excel and DraftKings.
That's the thing, though. I mean, I'm barely using my CPU. This computer's fucking awesome.
I don't know.
Purchased very specifically to be able to handle this and everything that we do. And OBS is eating balls.
It's not fun. It's not fun being a professional broadcaster. You really need all the best shit. Despite how people say it's so easy for anybody to come online and be be internet famous, you really got to have a good computer behind you.
Apparently.
Even better, perhaps you realize. Let's see. Any good questions? Chris Davis hitting a bomb tonight. So that's the one thing with Lynn. Lynn is noticeably worse versus lefties. And intelligently, the Orioles put only one lefty in the lineup in Chris Davis. So, I don't know. I don't love... Cardinals activated Paul DeJong. Good for you, Cardinals. I don't know. Chris Davis is not enough for me to be afraid of Lance Lynn in that matchup. But, splits are just pretty bad versus lefties. And righties, he's pretty competent. So I'm okay with Lance Lynn.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I think he looks like if he just only went against righties, he'd be a great pitcher, and that's what the Orioles were doing for him. Very kind of them.
Yeah. Makes me unhappy. Look, I want Lance Lynn to get absolutely bombed today because I've got a ton of Orioles. If Lance Lynn gives up 4 or 5 early, Chubster's going to be at the top of some leaderboards.
That's nice. I didn't go any Orioles at all tonight. Too many games, not enough lineups for me. I did 11 tonight, which a few too many of Joey Gallo, so he'll be coming out for me shortly.
You don't have any Orioles?
No. I mean, I only did 11 lineups, so I kind of went. I was more Dodgers, more Rangers. I don't know who else I have, but definitely a lot of Dodgers, a lot of Rangers, a little bit of Boston, a little bit of Minnesota, I think. I don't even know what else I have.
Fair enough. Big Orioles fan today, so.
When you're going with only 11 lineups, you got to go with the best laser shots you can. And I feel like that's sort of the Orioles were not it for me. I get why you would, but I think I like Lynn more than not. And I'm not not that kind of contrarian guy where I'm like going to try to ignore the thing. I feel like if the Orioles had some lefties in, sure, but they're idiots. They really are. That's so.
I think you should have one Orioles lineup out of those 11 because of Lynn's ownership. Not even trying to be funny either.
Okay, you're probably right, but I gotta get Joey Gallo out now, so there's only so much I can do here.
I hear you.
People asking in general about fading the top pitchers and going with like Lynn and Godley or Dylan Bundy. How do you feel about that approach? How do you feel about Godley tonight? He's going to be very highly owned as well.
I wanted to like Godley a lot, and then he was 17% owned, and I was like, okay, I like him a little.
Okay.
So I have 10% Godley right now on DK.
He missed his bats pretty well. I think that's the argument you can make for him. And, it's a pretty good team total favoring him, I would say. I don't mind Godley tonight. I think there is some risk because he does give up some walks and hits, but you're playing the odds game of him getting some swinging strikeouts and all that. And I think he can. I think he's certainly capable of it.
I would completely agree.
Let's see. Low-owned Pavetta and Gray. Actually, here's a question. How many pitches can Kittredge throw today? So is Kittredge the Rays non-opener guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how many pitches he can throw. Just don't have. You just shouldn't have him.
I tried to play that game last week when I forget who was going, and I went with the wrong guy. I went with Andres instead of Yuba or whoever the fuck it, Toro Yano.
You getting ready for the G1?
Yeah, he's throwing some bullpen sessions, and I guess they called him in. No, I don't know. It was whoever it was, and that guy who wasn't Andres ended up having 20 points for the Rays, give or take. So I get what you're going for there. I don't know enough about Kittredge. I didn't know when I tried to research before he came on the stream. I couldn't even find who was going to be the guy after Stanek. So
yeah, it simply doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think there's enough places to go tonight where you probably don't need to go that fine. But I like the thought process. I think it does make sense to try to find a guy that cheap who's off the beaten path.
Yeah. I just have a lot of those guys, and the guy that I want is not going to be the dude coming in relief in a game where they are dramatic underdogs.
True, that's fair. Let's see. How about the Yankees? We didn't talk much about them tonight. Do you like a stack of them on FanDuel in particular? But how do you feel in general about them?
I'm like neutral to the field on FanDuel and DK. So I have them quite a bit on DraftKings, less so on FanDuel. They're fine. They're just a really hard team to stack.
Okay. Yeah, I think that I have one like stack of the expensive bats, like the Didi, Judge, Stanton bats. I didn't try to go there too much tonight because there's enough places to go. Obviously, the Yankees end up suffering whenever we have this many teams, and there's so many decent team totals projected. I think there's logic in stacking them. It just didn't come super naturally to me.
Like they just have so much high salary outfield bats that it makes it really difficult to like ever piece them together with anything else. So I don't know. I don't really know how to manage it right now.
Okay. I'm with it. Hold on. I'm trying to get the stupid Rangers lineup in. Everything's just so slow. Just Friday's making everything difficult.
Yeah, Fantasy Cruncher not really cruising. So I'm starting to get really nervous. I've got to crunch out 230 DraftKings lines.
Yeah, you crunch it out.
Dude, I mean, I can't even get remotely close to my FanDuel stuff. It's running in place, basically.
That's what happens when you try new things. That's why people don't do that in real life. They can always just stick with what they know.
Pretty true. What I think I'm going to do is run it on my other computer.
Ooh, that's a smart move. Oh my god. Andrew Mock's pick dong of the day is Spencer Kieboom for the Nets, who I think has an isolated power of under 0.02 or something. So a great bold pick, but not much boom there for Spencer.
Yeah, that's not a direction I'd be going. Wait, did the Rangers release another lineup by any chance?
Yeah, they did. It's
No, like a third
same,
one.
I don't think so. I think it's same top 6, but
Okay.
then Ronald Guzman, Rua, and DeShields.
I might have just not closed the pop-up.
Tough game. It's a tough day. It's tough to update lineups. I really wish people would get them in. MLB, if you're listening, can you get lineups in before we start the stream so we don't have to do this? It's a very difficult thing to do while you're trying to talk to people and be at least mildly entertaining. Not very, but just like that much. Fuck, I'm gonna have to put in Ryan Rua. I don't want to play Ryan Rua.
I don't really want to play at all now for how slow this is going.
Maybe I'll put in Mazzara. I don't even know. Gallo, what a dick. What a dick Joey Gallo is today. I just didn't need this. It's been a very stressful little Friday where too many things, too busy. Smart to stack against Jordan Zimmerman. So Jordan Zimmerman's been getting better results lately versus teams who profile similarly to the Rangers. I don't love that. That said, I do have a fair amount of Rangers tonight. I think they grade out pretty well versus him. I'm comfortable enough with it. Not, I think there's a world. I have a couple of Zimmerman lineups as well, just because I think he's one of those guys who I will label. He's an either-or guy. I'm okay stacking against him. I'm okay riding him out as a cheap pitcher. I'd probably go to Sonny Gray if you have the $100, but I think Zimmerman's all right. And
I think Zimmerman is so atrocious, it's insane.
He looks terrible. Look, I agree. He looks terrible. Like in my Excel, he's just all orange. But I think his numbers have been better the last couple games. And Jake likes to say if a guy's been improving, maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna blame it on Jake.
That's fair. Can I blame how slow everything is going on my computer on Jake? Because this is becoming a point where I'm going to stop the stream and open a different program.
Well, I don't know. Can't do that. We can't abandon the people in their time of need.
Oh no, we'll come right back.
Oh my god.
I mean, I can't do anything. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to run this. If this goes as slow as it is, this stream is gonna die for 30 seconds and we're gonna come back up.
That's just the price you have to pay for your hubris.
Hubris. I'm using a program that more people use now. For some reason, it sucks balls. So fuck off, Streamlabs OBS. You're fucking garbage.
Oh.
All right, I got my vent out.
Okay, that was me responding on behalf of Streamlabs. Oh, don't do that.
Well, I mean, I've never heard your audio crackle, yet here we are.
Look, I get it. I don't know. Nothing's changed on mine. I'm just sitting in the same spot, doing the same syrupy kind of talk that I like to do. We'll see. If we shut down, guys, just stick with us. We'll be back. But we're hanging in for today. Any Mets love today?
Any Mets love? No. Zero Mets love.
I too have no Mets love. So not a great team total. Not a team who I think generally is an overachieving Vegas option as well. So not crazy about the Mets tonight. Top outfielder on DK, 5K or under?
Let's find out.
Like there's a wide variety of them.
Maybe I'll be able to do this.
Maybe. I'm gonna do Gallo on my phone because I can't do it on my See, look, we're all suffering. We're all suffering here. It's okay.
It's frustrating, man. Stanton.
All right.
Stanton's the top outfielder under 5,000 or under on DK.
I see no reason to disagree with that. I'm not going to pull it up to argue it because don't have that kind of thing ready for me. Braves scare me to play Peralta. How do you feel about Peralta? Freddie Peralta missing a ton of bats. I believe he was a quick hit today.
He was.
Picking against your favorite squadron, the Braves. So you're in on Freddie tonight?
Yes, big fan of Freddie Peralta tonight. He's a great GPP play. Lots of strikeout upside if things are going well. He's really boom bust though.
Yes, but he did kind of figure it out. He got rocked last time versus Cincinnati. He straightened it out. I think had like 4 or 5 scoreless innings to close that one out. So I do think that there is, I don't say there's safety in Peralta, but I don't think he's a boom bust guy. He's not terrible enough to be totally boom bust. I think he's just more like okay and maybe great.
Well, he can get himself into trouble with walks. So like he's got big stuff, but he's not totally like sure how to use it quite yet.
You say he's got big stuff and he doesn't know how to use it yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm that I was giggling for a reason. Aaron D and Lorenza both hyping up Foltynewicz. How do you feel about your Braves pitcher tonight going against the Brewers, who do strike out a decent amount?
I mean, you can. I don't mind having like a little bit of him. We're not really projecting much ownership, so if you want to be different, I think that's a reasonable way to go.
God damn, I have like way too fucking much Gallo. This is just upsetting. I
might never change it.
Foltynewicz, I do think he grades out better versus righties. He's actually got pretty noticeable splits, lefties versus righty. A lot of pitchers do, but his are pretty pronounced. 1.59 whip versus lefties, 1.13 whip versus righties. Hard contacts close to 33% versus lefties versus 26.3 versus righties. So I think if you are going to go with Foltynewicz, you should know that the Brewers' bats are going to be terrifying because they have a lot of lefty power. You have Thames, Yelich, and Shaw all up top. Brad Miller can do a little damage as well. So I do think there's some danger there if you're going with the Brewers. Or if you're going with Foltynewicz, rather. The Angels and Dodgers lineups are in. Great. Let's see. Watch fucking Max Muncy not be in. I'm just going to call it a day.
I hope he's not.
Max Muncy is in and safe. I don't know who's out of the lineup for them, but the Dodgers lineup, which I find important, I think you should too. Peterson, Muncy, Turner, Bellinger, Kemp, Grandal, Taylor, Puig, and another lefty, Chase Utley, to close it out. Utley might be a little sneaky play tonight. 2.8K. Again, Felix Pena, very bad versus lefties. He's a guy who I will not be able to get into my lineup now. But where do you see that Gallo is out? I think if you have alerts set up, you will see on pretty much everything that gives you alerts that Joey Gallo is out.
Yep, 100%.
I don't know where, honestly, Paul, I don't know where you wouldn't see it. But DK is probably the last one to update. I don't know what Roto World does for their updates, but find better sources. Maybe a Fantasy Labs would be a good one. Is Goodrum a good play?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay play. I mean, going against Cologne, the Tigers, I think, are interesting. They do strike out a lot. They don't get on base a lot, but Cologne does stink.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little lighter on him than the field, but I don't think he's like a bad play or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing a ton of Tigers or anything, but I think that if you are going to play Tigers, Goodrum is one who I would play. He's about as good as anybody on there besides Castellanos. Antoine McCall, I am with you, buddy. Gallo is killing me, and at least you don't have to host an internet show while you try to get your Gallo out. So, weigh the pros and cons. Tom Murphy scratched as well, so all you Murphomaniacs, you need to get him out. Get him out.
Oh my god. I can't restart it, so I hope that I can just fix that on my own. It might not matter.
Thoughts on Grandal? I think Grandal is a great play. He's a switch hitter, which, again, we are attacking Felix Pena with lefties. So Grandal looks great to me. He's one of my favorite catchers tonight.
I always like Grandal.
I do too. Him and Real Muto, I feel like two guys. They're the Gary Sanchez of this year, where I believe that I don't know, they always kind of plug in well. Is Scope okay, even though Lynn isn't a knuckleballer? I'm pretty sure Scope hit 2 home runs yesterday, so I think Scope is okay.
That's a callback joke.
Oh, is okay. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know you guys little fun jokes from other streams.
I don't. It might not even be from another stream.
Oh. Whatever. Sorry, I don't know your jokes from the stream that I was here for and didn't pay attention to. Blech.
Exactly.
Yeah, Scope double dong yesterday. So he was the only Oriole who did anything yesterday. Very useful. Which 4 Nats in the top 6 would you stack in the FD single entry? I don't know, Jeremiah. They're fun.
Yeah, all of them.
Fun.
They're my favorite stack of the day. I would stack whoever you want.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Let's see, Texans. fucking Joey Gallo, just making this very difficult. Guess Matt Olson, you're going in this lineup, buddy. Anyway, would you play Real Muto as a one-off? That's, as I just said, I think Real Muto is always okay as a one-off. If you can't find a catcher in your stacks that you like and you have the money to make him work, I think he hits both sides of the pitching mound pretty well. He's not exactly lighting my world on fire tonight, but I think he's as good as he is any other night. You check his numbers, he's probably as consistent as anybody out there. And he is a righty, and Gio is worse versus righties by a fair amount. So
yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Sorry I'm late. Did you all touch on Peralta for GPPs? We did. Peralta looks fine, but a pretty high-risk play given the Braves' ability to not strike out and their general feistiness. So
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, you were like he's boom or bust.
Oh, no, he is boom or bust. He's a perfect GPP pitcher.
Okay, I can accept that. A little high price, though, for that, but well, sure.
It's not so bad when you're not paying $14,000 for sale.
True. I'm leaning towards Sale and German Marquez. Any German Marquez for you tonight? Not a guy I landed on personally.
I'm way under the field there.
Yeah. German Marquez, not a guy who trades out particularly well for me ever.
No.
No.
Not for that one's not for me.
And also a lot of scary power on the Mariner side too.
I apologize for all this fucking shitty audio, everybody. This is on me.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that. Are you drinking a beer or anything for this Friday streams, man?
No, I have to go to the gym. I literally haven't had a moment since waking up at like 8 o'clock because we've had so much fucking dumb shit to do today that just keeps getting whatever. So it's fine. Not the most relaxing Friday I've had, and I also haven't finished my NFL preview, which is coming up next week, by the way, just so you guys are aware. It is not football season yet, but training camp is right around the corner. So coming next, I think Wednesday, we're going to have a whole blowout thing where I've probably 10,000 words from me about the NFL offseason, everything you need to know, coordinators, performance last year, Vegas regression according to win totals. It's coming up on Wednesday. I'll be doing a video with Josh and I think Jake, even though I haven't talked to Jake about it yet. We're going to talk about this stuff every week. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, the offseason. So go ahead. We are going to check that out and have that out there next week. You won't do nothing at the gym. Brian Bellato, I will block you today. Do not start. It's not the day. It's a troll with your dumb shit. I go to the gym every day. Fucking bench your ass out of this live stream, buddy.
I don't think I could bench the bar.
Oh, I think you could. If you try hard enough, believe in yourself.
Never been much of a weightlifter. It's always really difficult.
Yep. Hold on, what? Is this the Hamill that can't catch stealer of bases? There's no Hamill on the slate.
That's not even what it says for me. I've got like broken images and shit.
Is this the Hamill that can't catch stealer of bases and then several emojis? 6 emojis of different types.
Yeah, the word bases isn't on my screen.
Is there a reason why Chris Spags won't answer my question? Because I don't give a fuck about your question, probably.
I saw the question get asked. It looked like a question we should skip.
I think you just asked us to review 2 teams that aren't that good and aren't that relevant. So I have a better one. But Jason Hamill we could talk about, sure. Jason Hamill looks bad.
Yeah, he's shitty. Super shitty.
Stack Boston against Jason Hamill. If that's your question, then yes, DJ Dog, I agree. If your question's about Philly and Pittsburgh, I guess you like Josh Bell today, right?
do like Josh Bell today.
So do you like the Pittsburgh stack?
Let's see how much I have. Oh yeah, I moved that table. Shit. Yeah, so like I'm over the field on the Pirates. I'm not heavy, but they look a little bit better on FanDuel. I'm super heavy on them on FanDuel.
Okay. I can live with that. I'm not crazy about the Pirates, and
they're just cheap.
Hamill, there we go. He's talking about, you know what? You got to get your Hamills right. If you want to come in here, don't give me no 1A, 1M Hamill. Expect to talk about the other Hamill. I'm a Hamill purist.
Oh, good God.
I
cannot wait to get high.
I can't wait to go to the gym and spite that one guy who's close to getting blocked. Fucking cocks.
If you guys do me a favor, cross your fingers. I'm at 75 of the 180 FanDuel lines I need, so I need to pray it gets there in the next 12 minutes.
I'm not praying for you.
Thanks, man. Only money. It's only money. I don't want you to lose by default. I want you to lose because of your lack of skills.
I'm okay with you losing by default today. I've had a bad day. I want everybody to burn with me.
God damn, man. That's fair.
I guess this one's going to be a 4-4 stack, which is not optimal. But
I'm starting to think that you and I might be like kindred friends, because that's exactly the same response I would get from like my closest friends. Like, no, I want your day to fucking blow one way or the other.
It's true.
I had what were we talking about? It was some sort of discussion regarding the World Cup, and one of my best friends was talking to like a work colleague about it, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, I can't cheer for him because they have Liverpool dudes on it, and my buddy's a Liverpool fan." And they were like, "You'll cheer against the team just because your friend is like a fan of them?" And he's like, "Yeah, like how else would this work?"
It does depend on my mood. There are some times where I'll root, like when the Mets were in the National League Championship Series, and I was still in New York. One of my best buddies is like a longtime Mets fan, and I was rooting for him there because it's like, okay, what are I don't care about the alternatives, but the alternative is like, I'm unhappy, you're unhappy, then yeah, I'm rooting for us both to be unhappy. I don't need to bask in your joy.
Yeah, he's an Aston Villa fan in soccer, and they were in the championship, so they got demoted from the Premier League maybe 3 years ago now. So he was surprised. I was actually cheering for him. I was like, look, dude, I want you to be able to watch your team since they're in the championship. I'd like to see them get to the Premier League and then just be dead last, one team above relegation every year. So I want it to be awful for you always, but I want you to be able to see them be awful. He's like, okay, that's the perfect response. I love it. That's what friendship is. Treating your friends like shit. It's the best part of friendship.
You know, you're cheering me up slightly on this day of awfulness.
Maybe I'll stop saying all that shit so I don't cheer you up. It's a vicious cycle. It's so circular.
Frank DeLuca, what do you think of bottom of both socks? I don't like Frank DeLuca. You're typing like a car salesman. It's creeping me out. But what do you think of bottom of both socks lineup for cheap, serious answer only pulls? All right, they're fine. I mean, they're a stack of a team with a very high run total versus a pitcher who sucks. So they're fine.
Isn't cheap the sound that like baby chickens make?
Yeah, like little chicks go cheap.
Yeah. I mean, the Red Sox look perfectly acceptable today.
Like, just don't phrase that one so dramatically. I think is really how I feel about that. Like, we're not gonna troll you about the Red Sox lineup. It's fine. It's anybody with the Red Sox, okay. Jackie Bradley Jr.'s been hitting better, sure.
If you're like, yo, I'm really looking to grab a bunch of Rays today, we might have to have a deeper conversation, but
let's see. Missed the home run picks, but Greek Ink's home run pick is Michael Brantley. We'll give you them one more time, Greek Ink, because I believe you are a premium member, and premium members are more special in every possible way to me.
Greek Ink's an OG to like my old streams too, so he gets what he wants whenever.
Good. So yeah, my pick was Max Muncy. Jake, the baseball savant Hari's pick was Andrew Benintendi, and Josh's probably pick who's going to hit a home run and hurt me is give him. You could do it.
I've got Aaron Hicks because Aaron Hicks is one of my favorite baseball players ever.
you cockbag,
dude. Oh my god, All right, chat. You guys know the drill, though. Please, if Aaron Hicks goes yard, tag me, tag Chris. Let us know that home run happened.
Well, I don't have any of him, so I won't get a notification on DK Live.
It's going to be so great. If he goes yard, man, my phone is going to go off like a rabbit vibrator.
I can tell you who will not be thrilled if he hits a home run, and that's me. I will be sad, but I'll also probably be very high, and I'll have gotten a great workout in despite that one guy. So
I will find little more joy in my life than Aaron Hicks going yard tonight, particularly after the long soliloquy I went on a week ago about how much I hated him.
It would be a really fun game theory thing that you've done to me in a way that hurts me, and that tends to be when you really excel, is when you make plays that deliberately spite me. So I should probably put Aaron Hicks in a lineup just to hedge emotionally, but I won't. I don't hedge.
What's going to be really funny, I didn't even look to see how much I have him. My guess is almost not at all.
Aaron Hopkins might pick Hicks. Oh, Aaron, that reminds me. If you are a regular member or watcher of the stream, we are looking for a community manager. I keep forgetting to mention it on the streams, but I need to get a bunch of applications in so we can look like we did something. So go. If you want to join the world of DFS and media and social media and all that stuff, it's a great way to get your foot in. Really, the opportunity is as wide as the horizon. So go email me, chris@awesemo.com. CHRIS@AWESEMO. If you want to try to get into the world of social media for us and manage some brand things and probably learn things too. You know, this is the DFS site, so whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to actual picks. If you guys have either ors, drop them in the chat. We'll get to them because we got 5 minutes left until lock. Brian McGee asking, any love for Todd Frazier? 1 at bat and 1 home run off of a bum of a pitcher. Ryan McGee, we don't do BVP here. It's not a helpful stat, but how do you feel about Todd Frazier?
It's the first I've thought about him.
We don't like the Mets tonight.
I don't know anything about Todd Frazier tonight.
Let's see. If
he looks terrible on DK. I don't have him, and he's not projected to be owned. And on FanDuel, same story. So, yeah, I'm going to pass. Come on, Giants. Don't do this to me. Just please be whatever lineup's in there. Hanson, Posey, McCutchen, Belt, Crawford, Sandoval, Panic, Gorky's. Woo! Don't have to fix it. Thank God. I wouldn't have had enough time. Fuck you, Giants.
If we were to make a case for Todd Frazier, he does hit righties pretty well despite being a righty. And Ryan Stanek gives up pretty bad hard contact to righties. So you like Todd Frazier and he fits a lineup. I actually do think he is an okay GPP play, just not one who's particularly stirring my loins, to use a phrase I say probably too often.
Ooh, I forgot to check my Aaron Hicks exposure. I have 3% on FanDuel. That's below the field. And I have 0% on DK. Now I don't want him to go yard. Fuck it. If he hits a home run, I hope it's a solo shot, so it doesn't matter.
100% Hicks. Put it all on the line. Alfredo Benio, if we apply and get the spot, do we get free access to the site? You're kidding, but yes, you would. That is a perk. If you want to call that a perk, then yeah, you would get free access. I mean,
yes,
you would probably need it to do the job that you have to do. It's an actual job, paying an actual salary. So go. Email me, chris@osmo.com if you want.
Make sure people understand, like, it's not a side gig.
Oh yeah, it's like an actual full-time job that would pay you like better than most content jobs breaking in would ever pay you. So yeah, I should probably make that. I'll make that a better point on Monday, I guess.
It's more. It's about as fun of a job as you're gonna find.
Yeah, and you get to talk to me and Josh. We're so chill.
Yeah, you get to do all the things that I forget to do.
That's. I'm not gonna razz you, but quite a bit, guys. What about Jose Bautista while we're talking about shitty Mets? Sure. If we're going by the same logic, Ryan Stanek getting at least one at bat versus him. Jose Bautista is a righty. Ryan Stanek, bad versus righties. I'm okay with it. I'm not crazy about the Mets. We've talked about the Mets so much where this is one of those things where there's always kismet. The Mets will probably be a great stack tonight. I just feel it. I'm not playing them. Just how it goes. Let's see. Souza tonight. Get on it. Any Diamondbacks for you at all tonight?
So, this one bothers me. Wait, no, maybe it's not the Diamondbacks. Maybe it's the opposite side of that. Yeah, so I have 0 Diamondbacks. My problem here is that I really wanted to have more Padres, and I wasn't able to force it in because of, you know, everything you guys have heard in the last hour. So I tried to be a little smart about getting some exposure to the opposite side of highly owned guys, and, you know, didn't work out as much as I would have liked. I have a very minimal amount of Padres.
You know, I get what you're saying. I get why you were advocating so hard for stacking Orioles as well. Then that makes sense. All right.
Well, I mean, I like the Orioles one way or the other. I wasn't forcing them at all. But if Lance Lynn is going to be 30%, and he shouldn't be, regardless of what the outcome ends up being for Lance Lynn, that's a team that you like. That's a good team to have exposure to the other side of, especially because we're only projecting 4% ownership. I mean, my whole nut is going to be made on the Orioles playing well.
Okay, Frank DeLuca, Saladino, not great tonight. I actually had Saladino last night. He was fantastic. Better versus lefties. Versus righties, stinks. Only on base 250 and not a lot of power. And strikes out a fair amount. So no Saladino tonight.
There's a guy in our high school that had a name similar to Saladino. Everybody called him Salad on a Bagel for some reason.
These kids are terrible with nicknames. Like, I would get mad when I was little, because kids would call me Christopher Columbus. And in hindsight, like, yeah, I should have been like, oh, yeah, that's great. Like, you're comparing me to this guy who, I mean, sure, history doesn't look that great upon it in our current trigger warning society. But he did some great stuff by the times. So, yeah, in hindsight, I feel like I probably should have been a little more about
Actually, that guy's name was Saladego, not Saladino. It was also 20 years ago, so I barely remember day-to-day shit.
Saladino sounds like some sort of, I don't know, magician to me. I believe, like the great Saladino.
Saladino sounds like an Italian restaurant in a shit town.
the best Italian restaurant.
The best Italian restaurant in like some shit town in Iowa. So we're going to Saladino's, and they just put like fucking ragu sauce on top of it on like just shittily boiled spaghetti. Like $6.99 all you can eat sketties, frozen meatballs. You can get that at Saladino's.
Just like Mama used to make at Saladino's.
Yeah. Meatball tastes like dirt. Sauce sucks. Noodles are overcooked. Welcome to Saladino's.
Alfredo Benillo, the email address for applying for the social media job is chris@awesomemo.com. So anybody else, again, it's an actual job. I'll plug it again on Monday though. So if you don't want to do it over the weekend, don't. Let's see. Bell 4.5% owned for the $10 GPP. Josh,
get it, baby, get it. New Trey Turner, let's go.
I have a question, and this is kind of a mean question, but it's not. But it's a Friday show, so I feel like it's okay. It's about the quick hits. So do you think that you getting Trey Turner and Weaver right yesterday balances out the shitty run that you had before that?
Oh, it's never been super shitty. The day before that was really bad. The Granderson day, they cratered. But every day has been like one really good, one functional, one not good. Or better than that.
Okay. That's fair. I'm just curious because like you did have a really good one yesterday, and I touted it. I posted. We have an Instagram, by the way, where where the quick hits are up as images because I don't know what the fuck to do for our Instagram right now because there aren't DFS Instagrams and we don't know what works. But I saw the number of likes went up substantially on that pick. It's all relative, but I think people like a lot of tout boys are following now, and I think maybe playing your picks a little more than they would have otherwise.
Look, here's the deal, and I think everybody knows this. I would never do that shit if I didn't work for Awesomeo. Picking two hitters and a pitcher is a fucking crapshoot. So, like, I am picking guys that, like, seem to be better, but it's still baseball. So, I don't know. It's not as if I don't like them. I'm not just picking people on random. I really am taking a look at it. Way more time than I actually want to be putting into it. But, I mean, it's going to suck dicks a lot. And it's going to look really good a lot. And that's not really, like, a testament to anything. I'm not supposed to say that, but there's like 175 people on the stream, so I really don't care.
No, I think that's a fair response to that. I was just curious because you did have two that were really good. I mean, I said Weaver too yesterday. Like I liked Weaver a lot, and you know it doesn't matter because we talk about so many things over the course of an hour. Like unless we do one of our like big arguing back and forth takes, it doesn't really matter. But for those, like you're on an island with those picks, so I think it's interesting.
There's 240 hitters today. Like, I mean, I can't just pick two of them and be like, yeah, these two are going to be better than the other 238. It's just not how it works. But like, I don't know, it's fun. That template looks good. I added transitions today. I'm finally learning a video editing program, so like we're getting there.
Okay, look, I agree. I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah,
so.
yesterday or 2 days ago, the Granderson ones. I think they went like 0 for 9.
That might be the one I was thinking of. Where I was like, ooh, tough slate.
God damn it, T-Case. I don't want to sound like Ray Romano.
It looks like Ben Zobrist.
Well, I don't mind looking like Ben Zobrist. I have no idea what Ben Zobrist looks like. It's better than all of the what's that fucking guy's name? Shia LaBeouf stuff I got at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's fair. I mean, and the other guy, what's his face from all the rom-coms, the Scottish guy?
Oh, shit.
Chris O'Dowd?
Yes, Chris O'Dowd. Chris O'Dowd is the one I get the most in public.
I got Nolan Arenado, and that was the best one. I'm gonna ride that one out forever. Yeah. And then he went on that hot streak, so I was like,
I get that. I get that one.
Whatever.
The Chris O'Dowd one has paid like big time dividends in my life. Now that I know who Chris O'Dowd is, the next time that it happens, I'm gonna be like, "Yep, it's me."
You have to put on a silly voice there where he goes like, "Oh, like I don't know." He talks in like a weird way, like, "Oh, okay."
I'll just see like some weird carrot or something like that from whatever the hell he does in Bridesmaids.
I do think that's true. Of all the celebrity lookalikes you could get who aren't like I would say conventionally handsome, that's a really good one because of his branding that he's put in, the elbow grease he has in chick flicks, where he's like always the good like loyal guy.
I really do miss getting Tebow. That one was fun for me.
That one I can't. You would have to have an entirely different body for me to see that one.
So like when I was thinner, my hair was spiked up. It looked like him, just not as yoked. It actually fit like in the summer. If I had a tan and like the right facial hair, I understood it. I saw it. I'm more doughy now.
I'm just saying he's just always been shredded to me, so I'm like that's a tough one.
I was like 192, like around my wedding.
Oh, look at Mr. Slender there. So
at that point in time, it was way more applicable. Now it's a solid 215.
Yeah, I'm at 199 right now, and that's my danger zone. When I get over 200, it's not my best feeling in the world.
I am right at the top of where I'm at, where like if I step on the scale and it reads like 219 and it hasn't like I haven't been on like a bender or anything, it's like okay, I'm gonna go keto for the month and I'm gonna run a little bit.
Gotta figure it out. Watching UFC 226 tomorrow, Josh. Are you?
I am. I'm sad for Max Holloway. And I'm scared for his hell. I don't look like Ben Zobrist. But yes, I am watching the UFC tomorrow. I guess I can kind of see it a little bit.
If I'm home in time, or I think I'm going to brunch tomorrow, so if I'm home, I'll probably put it on. I want to see the Miocic fight. I feel like that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, like it's a great card. I really wanted to see that that Holloway fight, but it's just, I mean, he looked and sounded like absolute shit. So it's a great card. What?
Has he always had concussion problems, or like because he's missed a couple other fights, right? Or was that weight cutting?
So he got pulled from the most recent fight because of weight cutting, but he was trying to take the fight on like a week's notice. So it wasn't really like that one wasn't really on him, and they didn't stop him, or like he didn't stop, they stopped him. So no, he's never really had any issues. He's the type of dude that doesn't give a fuck. Like, he'd fight tomorrow, no doubt, if there was no such thing as a commission. Like, he'd roll in there all slurred speechy and shit. He doesn't give a shit. He's a real gangster when it comes to, like, being a guy that'll scrap. He's awesome. I love Max Holloway.
I respect that about him, but the UFC just freaks. We might have talked about this on a stream before, but like just their treatment of them and how they kind of let the guys exist like cattle. It sucks that this fight was a big one and that they took them out, but at least they actually cared about their fighter's health for once. Because boy, the weight cutting shit freaks me out, man. That's so dangerous.
I hate it, man. I hate it so much. The problem is I don't really think there's an answer if you want to have belts.
You have to do check-ins like with the USADA, basically, where you're just weighing guys and you have them around the same kind of target weight throughout, and there isn't like a downswing. I think would be the only way to do it.
I mean, we're getting to the point where technology will allow anyone, at least in the UFC, to weigh in every single day. So if they did like biometric scanning and they did, okay, so this is the max that your weight can be based on your body type. Like, I'd be totally cool with that if they set those things. People can get retested every 6 months or a year if they're trying to move up or down. Like, I think you can get there. It's just going to take a lot more work. And honestly, they're not going to do it. So, yeah,
whatever. As long as those checks keep clearing, they got a new TV deal, even though WWE somehow got more than them. What a wild turn of events.
Oh, God. And it's such a terrible product, too. WWE, that is.
I agree. So they're getting better. When Triple H takes over, it'll be good.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know, man. Every show he does is good, unless like he just keeps everybody and all the same yes men kind of stifle him. I mean,
is
like
it really good?
Live is so much better. What?
Is everything that he does good, or does it just seem it? All he's doing is just like buying the best young dudes on the indies. They're not really any like. Okay, so like think about if we're gonna really have this conversation. Think about what NXT could be compared to like PWG.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. Like they can't help themselves to have like garbage storylines and stuff. You know, like.
But it's still the closest approximation where there's like a lot of. Did Chew actually hit a home run? Okay, good. I mean, I hope he did, but I don't. I think he has.
I hope he didn't.
The game hasn't started yet, but I have a ton of Chew, so that's great if he does. No,
I
would have
don't.
gotten an alert if Chew hit. Anyway, no, I think that like what NXT is like the best mix of indie wrestling and the storytelling that WWE finds to be integral. I don't know that it has to be the same way that they view it, but I think what he does is kind of marry the two worlds the best. And like I like New Japan more, yeah, but I think for what they're trying to do for WWE, yeah, and like 205 Live since he took over has been a million times better. Like I don't watch it every week, or at least don't watch it live or anything close to it. But I don't know, like they do the athletic presentation again. They have some good characters. The guy Leo Rush is on now, who's pretty great. Was great on the Indies, and he's playing like a hood mixtape rapper character, which is fantastic. I think people are going to really grow to like him.
He's so kind. He's so little.
He is very little, but he's doing like an annoying like black Twitter guy character, and it's very effective. I don't think like the internet dorks aren't fully on it yet, but I think when they kind of learn to appreciate it, I think he's going to be really good and beloved.
I'm glad that Chew home run's a solo shot because I don't have basically any Chew. Do I have any Dustin Fowler? Nope.
How the fuck did I not get an alert? DK Live always alerts me when I have my dudes. Oh yeah, Chew. There we go.
All right, so I'm gonna give my UFC picks because I think that'd be fun.
Give it.
And then we'll get the hell out of here because there's 88 people and nobody gives a fuck. I got Cormier taking out Miocic. He's a gigantic underdog. But I've never seen anybody do anything to Cormier outside of John Jones, and I don't think Stipe's John Jones. Cormier, incredible heavyweight. I'm going to put some money on Cormier, actually, so that should be exciting.
You want to break Cleveland's heart twice in 1 week.
It's just not a great fight for Stipe, man.
He's been resilient in tough spots before. I like him. I like him as a persona, but Cormier.
I like Stipe a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, Cormier ate Rumble Johnson's biggest shit. And that's fucking terrifying because that man is the scariest dude in the world to me. Well, maybe Ngannou. I've always had that line, like, imagine if Anthony Johnson or Ngannou, like, you come home, one of those two dudes is banging your girl. You're just like, let me know when you're done. What are we going to do here?
Ngannou would be quite the black.com scene.
It's just be like, all right, I got to get out of here, man. You can do whatever you want. I'm in no position to tell you different. I think Derek Lewis takes out Ngannou. I like Paul Felder against Platinum Mike Perry. Chiesa coming in overweight is interesting. I think that he takes out Pettis, though. That's not a great matchup for Pettis. Although if Pettis looks good here, that's great for his future. But he's never been good against guys that could really just drag him to the ground. And then Gokhan Saki, Khalil Roundtree. I just hope Gokhan Saki kicks his fucking face off.
All right. I like that way. I like high kick finishes to fights, especially in the UFC game. I enjoy that the most. So I would like to see somebody's face kicked off if we can do that.
Gokhan Saki's that dude. I hope Uriah Hall wins, although he's such an awkward looking dude.
He was one of my MMA teachers. Him and Lyman Good when I did MMA in New York.
Oh, I was gonna say, where you at? Is that at Sarah Henzo?
No, at Tiger Schulman's. They were
yeah.
It's part of when they revamped it to become like a big MMA studio.
I forgot he was at Tiger Schulman. Yeah. You went to Tiger Schulman? That's a bad spot to be.
Why?
What was the sexual abuse?
Kid
abuse?
It was when I was an adult. I was an adult.
Yeah.
This 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think there's a really negative stigma to the original Tiger Schulman stuff because of some sort of assault case. I could be wrong. Well, I'm not wrong. I don't think that I'm wrong about Tiger Schulman. I could be wrong about what is bad, but it's definitely something bad.
It wouldn't surprise me, but yeah, the point though is Uriah Hall. I mean,
dude. I mean, he's a high level striker.
I've never seen anybody do anything as fast as he can throw kicks and shit. Like, and that was before he was even on Ultimate Fighter. So I mean, he was doing, I think, just like local Queens kind of kickboxing and UFC style fights. And it's just crazy. Like the power behind and the snap behind every kick. That's as close as I probably will ever be to that. It's fucking unreal.
What are the other fights here? Rafael Asuncao, Rob Font is a great fight. Lando Venata, Drakkar Klose is a great fight. It's a really nice card, man. It's a shame that Max Holloway fights off.
Well, yeah. So UFC 226 tomorrow. You got Josh's picks, so go gamble on all of them. I think that's what the next move is. And that's about it for us this week. We survived. We made it through another 5 days. If you're not subscribed to the channel, which I assume anybody hanging in with us this deep into the stream probably is, but if you're not, do it so you'll know whenever we go live. Josh, maybe, are you going to be live at all this weekend?
I will be live Sunday morning. Faux show.
All right, there you go. Josh will be live Sunday morning, so subscribe now. Get notified when that goes up. I think there'll be maybe a night shift podcast or something coming up in there. Maybe not. Who fucking knows? But if not, we'll be back again Monday with more live stream hijinks and baseball discussion. Josh, any parting words for the folks?
Nope.
All right. Cool. Go fuck.
Good luck, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Good luck, guys. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.